Welcome to the bank, Shedrick Rhodes Jr. Rutgers lands some offensive line help for the right side of the line, most likely right tackle. Shedrick Rhodes Jr. He started mostly at right tackle, has a start at right guard last year, straight out of the Ohio University. You know, I always felt one of the more interesting tidbits was that Ohio University is the 9th oldest university in the country, which was always a surprise to me, right behind the 8th oldest university, Rutgers. So welcome. Shedrick, 6'6", 320 pounds. That's very Olu-Fashanu-like. I'll say it right now. First couple years starting didn't really grade out all that well. And then last year took a huge leap. He's turned into an excellent pass blocker, which might give you some insight into how Rutgers' offense might change a little bit with Ethan Kalekamanis, quarterback, maybe a lot more short passing game to be introduced there. Typically in the past, we've had some kind of road grading kind of tackles to enable us to run the ball. We'll still be able to run the ball well with Shedrick. He's a pretty solid run blocker. Across 399 pass blocking attempts, he's given up just 1 sack, which is always a good sign to me. I don't get caught up in the handwork and the footwork, but you give up 1 sack, 399 attempts, that's pretty good. 18 hurries, 21 pressures. And he continues to play even after the whistle. I think Coach Shiano is going to like that kind of player. The other thing is, when we think back right around the time of the spring game, Coach Shiano said that he had an idea who his starting 5 was going to be. What did that mean? Did it mean that he had an idea who the 5 would be at that time? Or did he know that this was coming down the pipeline? Because finding what the rotation is going to be on the right side with Reggie Sutton, Coach also said, his reps have to be managed a little bit, and Tyler Needham, missing most of last year to a knee injury. It's going to be interesting to see how that rotation rolls out. Nonetheless, it's much needed depth at a position of need, and I think that's going to solidify the offensive line. So Ohio University, past couple of years, 10 wins, 2 years in a row, pretty good passing attack, 1,000-yard rusher, so it sounds like he's going to be a fit. Other news, transfer portal visits. Probably one of the best defensive tackles in the portal. In fact, 247 has C.J. West from Kent State, who has ties with defensive line coach Colin Farrell when he was at Kent State. Visited, and it sounds like we have a pretty good shot at landing him, although the guys at the night report, Mike and Richie, say there is some issues with his grades when he graduates in August, which leaves you in the middle of camp. So the timeline has to be worked out. Wouldn't be surprised if we landed him. Nonetheless, 6'2", 315 pounds. All-MAC selection in 2023. Career, 110 tackles, 19.5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. He'll have 1 year of eligibility remaining. Widely sought after. LSU hosted him. Wisconsin Badgers. It's funny because it's on the Wisconsin boards now. They think that we have the inside track to CJ. So this would be a really good get. Good luck to Rutgers trying to land CJ West and getting him ready before camp starts, or at least with enough time before we start the 2024 season. Other news, Rutgers basketball are going to be entering an NIL tournament. There will be more about that coming down the pipeline, I suppose. Still on the lookout for a sharpshooter and center. So there'll probably be some news in that regard. Everybody enjoy your day, some good portal news, and have a great rest of your week. I know it's just May, but there's stuff happening.